why we love college football.
Scheffler back on top of the world.
A lot of stars for you on Sunday Night Football. Let's go get one.
Gotta find a way to get one. We the best in the world. We gonna show it. Great energy, great intensity. 1, 2, 3. Y'all ready for a show?
Are you not entertained? Going nasty.
Sunday Night Football. Everybody wants it.
Travis Etienne out of the Wildcat.
The right side, he's got Tyreek.
Doing unbelievable.
It is no good. He missed it to the right.
Giants have won Super Bowl 25.
He pushed it wide right.
What a quarterback. They cash in.
Yeah.
Can you dig it? Allen steps up, fires a bullet.
Go Bills, baby.
It's showtime.
It is showtime, and Josh Allen and the Bills are hoping to bounce back from a loss to the Jags in London, but they will not be facing off against Daniel Jones. Remember, out with the neck injury, so Tyrod Taylor is back. Remember, he was the Bills' full-time starter for 2 years, so it's a glorious homecoming for him. Meanwhile, Saquon Barkley, it's official. He is active and will be playing for the first time since week 2 in this matchup, while Von Miller, his second game playing after tearing his ACL, he's got his cowboy hat on because he just wants to wrangle some quarterbacks. That's what I'm going to say as he enters into Highmark Stadium. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Football Night in America. Maria Taylor alongside Devin McCourty and Jason Garrett. He also stole your Cowboys hat, apparently.
He sure did.
Have you ever shown up with anything like that?
No, I need a hat like that. I've never owned anything like that. I'm not from Texas, so I don't have that, but I might want to add that.
Okay, we'll work on it, but first let's talk about what matters. And it was an early game that started out our entire day. About 9:30, we were all up and watching, and it was the Ravens and how they were able to start out.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. I think the way that they just came out and played the game, seeing Lamar Jackson, understanding what he's doing, it's been fun to watch this Ravens team. They were all over the place. Lamar Jackson dropped back, throwing the ball. He can scramble. He can make plays. Zay Flowers with his first touchdown. And I think just with Lamar Jackson, when they can have him run sometimes, but still be a little bit of a pocket passer, it gives him the best chance. And when it all breaks down, you have no shot on defense to even touch this guy sometimes. He makes 8-yard runs look so good, Jason.
Hey, Deb, a week after San Francisco bludgeoned the Cowboys 42-10, they go to Cleveland, can't get anything done against the #1 rated defense in the NFL. The conditions were tough. The Browns' defensive line was better. Moody had a chance late. They didn't get it done. Big win by the Brownies.
All right, well, let's keep it in the AFC North because for the first time ever, I think, Chris Sims would like to talk about defense. I don't know, Chris.
Let's go, Simsy.
It's not the first time, but it's limited times, okay? And let's start with the AFC North. Like you said, the Cincinnati Bengals today. They had the Seattle Seahawks coming into town. We know they got a lot of weapons. They did not let Geno Smith and company in the end zone all day, making them settle for field goals, turnovers, but harassing them in the backfield, got a number of sacks as well. Then, yeah, Saxonville. They were all over Gardner Minshew. He comes back for a homecoming. It wasn't that nice. It wasn't a welcoming party. 3 interceptions, a strip sack fumble. Jacksonville playing great team football. Now let's go to the man, the myth, the legend. This guy is unreal. I've never seen anything like him, right? He's a road runner on a football field. He's all over. He's the best weapon in the NFL right now. And when he's one-on-one, forget about it, like you see right here. Him and Tua, it's a special combination. And guys, like, how good are you when you can go, hey, let's set up the selfie, all right? And I'm going to score on this end zone. That's when you know you're really good, Maria.
Yeah, you're a king of the selfie, and that's not Jason Garrett. All right, guys. It's time for an FNIA alert. And how about this, Devin? The Pats taking a safety.
The last thing we could do in this situation is take a safety. Max Crosby is a problem. Double team him, triple team him, get him blocked.
This game's still going on in CBS. We'll get you the highlights as soon as it goes final. But let's get you out to Buffalo. A chilly night where Catherine Tappan, Tony Dungy, and Rodney Harrison are with all those Buffalo Bills fans. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Maria. Yeah, we're nice and warm up here on the set because we're surrounded by Bills fans. Philly, Buffalo, and they actually like you up here, Rodney. They like you here.
Hey!
Oh, here we go. I mean, Bills fans have seen a little bit of everything this season. Last Sunday's loss in London to the Jaguars, the team's second defeat of the year, and some continued turnover issues from Josh Allen is of concern. But when you look at the canvas of play through the first 5 games of the season for this team, Coach, how would you assess the Buffalo Bills right now?
Well, what I see, Catherine, is when the ball is in the air in the passing game, they're dominating. Josh Allen is throwing the ball well. They're explosive. They rush the passer. They stop the other team. But when it's tough in the trenches, running the ball and stopping the run, Buffalo hasn't been great.
I give a lot of credit to Coach McDermott, really keeping his team focused and zoned in throughout all this adversity, but also have to give a lot of credit to the players. Just the mental toughness going back on the field time and time again when you see your brothers falling down.
All right, well, the good news for the Bills to get their offense going is that the Giants have allowed at least 24 points in each of their last 5 games, allowing 30 or more in 3 of those contests.
So you think it's going to be high scoring tonight?
Could possibly be. We're just getting started here on Football Night in America as Bills Mafia is in mid-season form here in upstate New York.
Brian Daboll has been gone 2 years. Do you have to worry anything about his knowledge of your offense?
When you have people leave your place or you leave another place, it's, that's what happens. Good things happen when you're productive. And so he went on to get a head coaching job. And we've coached against coaches before that we've been around. And so you're always aware of it, Mark, I think is the biggest thing. And but our focus, respectfully, needs to be on us.
Brian Daboll's first game against Buffalo as head coach of the Giants. He spent 4 years as Buffalo's offensive coordinator before he was hired by New York. And, Coach, when there's familiarity like this between 2 coaches and 2 systems, who do you give the edge to?
Oh, I think Brian Daboll definitely has the edge. Rodney and I saw him in the tunnel. He smiled. He wouldn't tell us anything, but I know he has to feel good. He knows all these Buffalo offensive players, their tendencies, and he also coached against this defense for 4 years. He knows how to attack them, Rodney.
And I think Brian Daboll understands the game plan is simple. You have to run the football. Quarterback design runs, run the football directly at these linebackers. They're young, they're inexperienced, and they're not very big, Coach, and force these guys to have to get off these blocks of these big offensive linemen.
Yeah, and Coach Daboll knows that Buffalo plays a lot of nickel defense. You have a lot of defensive backs in the box to block. This is what they're going to have to do tonight, and I expect to see this from the Giants, running Saquon at this defensive line.
And once you establish the run, then you can take advantage of those young cornerbacks that haven't played with a lot of confidence.
Well, as you mentioned it, Coach, and Maria mentioned it as well, even more room for optimism in the run game. The return of Saquon Barkley. He's missed the last 3 games with that high ankle sprain. He also admitted he's not going to be quite 100%.
Who says that?
Even not at 100%, the Giants will take him back in the lineup, Maria.
Come on, Saquon.
Saquon is just telling his truth, okay? Leave him alone, but joining him in the starting lineup will be Tyrod Taylor as Daniel Jones is out with that neck injury, and he's making his first start since December 2021 with the Houston Texans. But you have experience playing against him, so give us some insight.
Yeah, back in his Buffalo days, twice a year we would go play him. I used to tell him after every game, you're the real-life Willie Beeman from any given Sunday, because he would be out there, they'd throw some slants, quick passes, but when that broke down, he got there shaking, baking, making it happen. So he's probably going to have to do a lot of that tonight, Chris, with that Giants offensive line.
Definitely going to have to do some backyard football. This Buffalo Bills D-line's really good this year. They can get after the quarterback. They can come in waves. And then I think the thing that's impressive, they take away the intermediate and short passing game. And because the Giants can't protect, they like to live there. McDermott's special that way.
I just like how aggressive Buffalo is playing defense this year. They're coming after the quarterback. They're contesting all the short throws. They're going to make Tyrod Taylor earn it tonight.
Right.
Yeah, Bills lead the league in sacks with 21. And by the way, he was 1-5 against you guys.
Oh, yeah, we were pretty good back then.
I was going to say, but what happened in that one game?
One game, Jacoby Brissett starts, torn UCL ligament in his thumb, but he's still Willie Beeman.
It's burned in his memory, though. You see what
you
just
gotta
happened
let it
there?
go.
You got to let it go. All right, still getting you set for the Giants and the Bills. Look at Stephon Diggs. He's practicing catching with the fans.
Oh, he's mad at that throw. He's mad at that throw. Come on, man. What are you doing? Oh, he left.
See it, man.
He's over it.
Yeah,
he's over it now. All right, it's time for a flashback. We go back to December 1990. It was a 10-year-old Chris Sims that was watching on in the stands.
Oh, man. Phil was hurt already. Like, you see he goes down right there because his foot's already broken. Bruce Smith had already landed on it. Sad moment right there.
Oh, really?
Super Bowl 25 winning Houston singing the national anthem. What happens?
Look at this. This is, first off, the grip by Jeff Hostetler to hold on to the ball there. But look at Mark Ingram. Watch this play. One of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. On 3rd and 8, he only broke like 7 tackles, and that was like a 15-play drive.
Yep.
They won it. I was there. I was happy and sad all at the same time because my dad wasn't playing.
Some emotions. Chris shed some tears, but it's okay. The Giants win the Super Bowl. We are super sorry to the Bills Mafia. Do not take it out.
Yeah, they're going to hate Simpson right now.
To the Bills Mafia. Do not take it out.
They're going to hate Simpson right now. They're going to be so mad.
Why did you even have to bring that up?
Sorry. Feel your passion, Sims.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
But whenever we can bring up Chris Sims being 10 years old and his dad, we love to do it. Let's get to the highlights. Let's bring it current a little bit now, okay, guys, and start in Chicago, okay? The Vikings visiting the Bears. Prior to every game this week, a moment of silence was held for the victims of the Hamas attack on Israel. And Justin Fields in this game is sacked by Danielle Hunter, but he's hurt on this play. Okay, so he ends up heading to the locker room holding his right hand. He does not return. He ends up being sacked 5 times in this one. Mike Florio will have more on the injury after this. All right, so Bajent is in.
Yeah, story of this game was the takeaways by Minnesota. They got Chicago 3 different times. It led to 13 points. This is Jordan Hicks right now, picking up the fumble and making the Bears pay.
All right, well, let's head to the 4th quarter. Bears down 19-13. Tyson Bajent looking deep, but is picked off by Byron Murphy.
Yeah, Byron Murphy makes some pays. Late with the ball, he floats it out there. Minnesota's been ugly so far, getting a win in one of these one-score games.
Yep, without Justin Jefferson, but 2nd straight win of the season. All right, the Commanders taking on the Falcons. Remember, Desmond Ridder has not lost a home game in his college or NFL career. To the 3rd quarter we go, and it was not a good one.
Well, Desmond Ridder, welcome to the NFL. You don't hold those streaks for long in the NFL. Quick throw to Fuller, 3-step drop, tries to get it out fast. Fuller intercepts it.
All right, 4th quarter we go. Ridder again picked off in the end zone.
This was tough because it wasn't just an interception. They had some problems, delay of games, operation from sideline to Ridder, and Arthur Smith is not happy.
Yeah, the communication on the sideline didn't look good either. Ridder is intercepted for a 3rd time in this game.
It's at the end of the game, 30 seconds left. He's trying to make a play. But Arthur Smith, let's not be surprised if there's a change or something going on. But I just think, he needs a little help right there.
All right, it's time for an F&I alert. End of the game, Bucks, Lions. Baker Mayfield looking, can't complete.
Can't complete. Lions offense, we know that's dangerous, but their D is the story of the day today. Baker and company cannot get anything going.
All right, so the final is 20-6. We will get you the highlights coming up. But can we get back to the Falcons? Because you said something interesting. Maybe a quarterback change is coming. I mean, 3 interceptions in this one. You saw Arthur Smith. I mean, every single time an interception happened, head hanging down. Is that the difference right now for the Falcons that sit at 3-3, haven't done poorly this season?
I think they're going to try to move to that, and that's going to be the topic. But really, there were other things. That 3rd down play or 4th down play at the end where he throws an interception, 30 seconds left, and they throw a slant. Even if they catch the pass, it's not going to help. And then the delay of games. Sometimes that's the play coming in from the sideline, and you got 4 seconds to get out of the huddle and get the snap. That's not on Ridder right there.
Yeah, the Falcons messed it up as a football team. They let up a big punt return at one point, got stopped on 4th and 1 around midfield. But it is 2023, and you do have to have a passing game. They got a top 10 rushing offense and a top 10 defense. And we came last week and we said, hey, look, he saved his job. And now we're back into, I'm not sure he did save his job.
And it showed up late. The critical moments, they had 3 opportunities in the red zone at the end of the ball game, and they couldn't get anything done, and it didn't look real good.
All right, well, something else that didn't look real good was seeing Justin Fields going out in Chicago. Let's get the latest on his status. Mike Florio, what do you have?
Well, the official word from the team is it's a hand injury. I'm told the thumb is what's injured. He couldn't grip the ball well enough to return. X-rays negative. More tests coming. Status for next weekend against the Raiders to be determined. If he can't go, it is that undrafted rookie from Shepherd University, Division II, Tyson Bajent, as quarterback for the Chicago Bears, Maria.
All right, thanks for the update, Mike. And we are getting you set for the Bills and the Giants. Josh Allen leading the league in completion percentage. And again, trying to bounce back from a loss in London. Will they get it against the Giants tonight? We'll see.
Is Football Night in America, served by Applebee's.
And welcome back to Football Football Night in America. Last week, the Bills had their fewest rushing yards in a game in 7 seasons under Sean McDermott. Second-year running back James Cook leads the team in rushing yards, but last week, a career low, -4 yards against Jacksonville. And you see on that graphic there, 2 losses are their 2 worst rushing games. So, Coach, where do they find the balance in this offense right now?
Well, I think it becomes easy when you've got a talent like Josh Allen to just say, we can throw the ball anytime we want. But if the Bills want to win a Super Bowl, they've got to get that run game going. They've got to be consistent with it. If I'm Sean McDermott, that's my focus tonight, getting that run game on track.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Giants' defensive line, and they have to play big. Those big guys up there, Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, they have to dominate the line of scrimmage, stop the run, and get after Josh Allen so guys like Kayvon Thibodeau can make plays.
Yeah, and we talked to some of the Giants guys, and that's what they talked about. We've got to try to make them one-dimensional and win that game at the line of scrimmage.
Can you hear them chanting your name, Coach? They love you here, too.
I'm a Pittsburgh guy, too.
I love Coach.
That's awesome. After last week's loss to the Dolphins, Giants safety Xavier McKinney said, what we're not going to do is keep blaming the defense. We lost as a team, and it is what it is. Major need for improvement for this entire Giants team, Maria.
All right, thanks, guys. We're going to get you back to the highlights. Patriots on the road taking on the Raiders. Former Pats assistant Josh McDaniels is 2-0 against Bill Belichick. To the first quarter we go. Jimmy G, double post. Jacoby Myers, ex-Patriot receiver.
Looks like they could have used that ex-safety back there, the Patriots.
Well, unfortunately for the Raiders, check this out. Jimmy G hurt his back late in the first half, did not return for the second half. So we'll hear from Mike Florio on an update on his injury status, but that means the former Patriot Brian Hoyer would replace him. Let's head to the fourth quarter, and the Patriots, though, a lot of pain on his face, down 9. Ramondre Stevenson, though, doesn't care.
Yeah, big drive here for the Patriots. It was a gotta-have-it drive. They go down, Ramondre Stevenson gets the touchdown, and we got a ball game.
Yeah, cut the lead to 2 there, late in the fourth. Mac Jones, okay, what are you going to do? Here's your chance.
I don't know, but this is the new age Patriots right here. Do something that you never think you'd see the Patriots do. Take a sack in this moment, safety, and they lose 21-17.
Yeah, all right, let's check in with Mike Florio for an update on Jimmy G.
Yeah, he suffered that injury late in the first half, and the team announced after halftime that he'd been taken to a local hospital by ambulance. All they're saying is it's a back injury. That's the latest word. Obviously, we'll continue to monitor, Maria.
All right, appreciate it, Mike. Let's start with the Pats and kind of what you said. You're not used to ever seeing something like that happen. The Patriots taking a safety, opportunity to win the game on the line. What does this say as we continue to wonder what the issues are with the Patriots moving forward?
There's a lot of issues. I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel right now. I think that's the thing I look at. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to Bill Belichick, but offense isn't good, a lot of self-inflicted penalties, and then some dumb turnovers. I've never seen that from the Patriots.
Simsy, relative to what? The last couple weeks were disasters in Dallas and against the Saints. So this was a marked improvement. But you said it earlier. It's hard to recognize this team and this franchise right now. Uncharacteristic mistakes. They don't know how to win games late, and that was their trademark for a lot of years.
Yeah, but let's show some love to the Raiders, right? It hasn't looked good. It seems like, oh, well, they beat the Patriots. Coming up next, they got the Bears, then Detroit, and then the Giants. They could easily walk away with 2 wins in that situation. They might not be dead in the water, so...
Beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
Exactly. It was a good win for them today. The game was kind of back and forth, but they controlled it for most of the game.
They did.
I think that's a good win for that team.
Meanwhile, the Patriots have the Dolphins and the Bills, so that's kind of like what you don't want to see.
That's not a good thing right there.
Not a good thing coming up. Coming up for you, though, on Sunday Night Football, we're going to have Stephon Diggs. Oh, hey, Stephon, you were playing with the camera the entire... What do you need from us? Yes, we know you're a great receiver. We'll see how many catches you have in this matchup against the Giants. We got you, bud.
Performance electrified. Presented by the all-electric Acura ZDX.
He's a competitor. He's a lot of our juice on the sideline, making sure that the offense is energized as possible. We feed off of that.
Trying to spin away from the tackler, 35-30, headed to the end zone, touchdown!
Football Night in America is brought to you by Applebee's. Dollarita's back. You're welcome, America. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
All right, a little bit of history here. Pete Gogolak, the NFL's first soccer-style kicker. Jason, you were alive, right?
Yeah, played for the Bills, and then he played for the Giants. This guy's a legend. His brother Charlie also was a soccer-style kicker.
Way to go, you old-timer. Good job there.
There you go, T right there.
Bruce Smith.
Don't try to block that.
Look at the Zumba pants.
Oh,
learned that. Yeah.
Thomas.
Man. Oh, there it is. Hey, Big Phil, Little Phil. What's up, man?
Look at that back.
All right, guys, a big FNIA alert. We've got the Jets and the Eagles. Jalen Hurts stepping back, throwing his 3rd interception of the game.
Off his back foot, 2 defenders there, doesn't get enough mustard on the ball there, and all of a sudden we got the Jets on the doorstep.
All right, and that means that they're going to allow this touchdown to happen. Breece Hall is going to rush right through for a TD.
This is a no-moss situation right here. The Jets should take a knee and kick the field goal with no time left. We'll see if it comes back and gets them.
All right, well, they already went for a 2-point conversion as well, and we're able to convert it. We will update you later. That game is live on Fox. All right, the Cardinals taking on the Rams. Cooper Kupp and the Rams at home, aiming to get back to 500. Kupp, he's under it.
Oh, they know where Cooper Kupp is. In the second half, Maria, the Rams got a run game going for the first time all year. That set up that touchdown, and then defense big right here.
Yes, Dobbs intercepted here. Dobbs had an interception, a fumble loss today as well. 5 turnovers in the last 2 weeks. Now the Rams are driving here. Kyron Williams.
Yeah, run game took over in the second half. Efficient game by Stafford, good defense by the Rams. You get a run game going, the Rams are going to be a pain in the butt.
I know, and they get the victory there. Saints taking on the Texans. We love the rookie, C.J. Stroud. And they're at home. Texans looking for the lead here. Gets it to Robert Woods.
Hey, story of this game was the red zone. Stroud to Woods. Houston cashes in. They were awfully good down there. And how about D'Amico Rydes in this defense? New Orleans got down there 3 times. They couldn't get in.
Yep, that was 4th and 4. Alvin Kamara gets stopped up.
That's a hard guy to tackle in space. And then at the end of the ball game, they try it one more time.
Derek Carr looking, throwing, intercepted.
Steven Nelson makes them pay. You got to score when you get down there. Houston's 3-3. They're rolling.
Yeah, 3 wins on the season. They had 3 wins all of last year.
Go ahead, Texans.
Right now, yeah. Colts starting ex-Jag. Gardner Minshew is in Jacksonville, and Josh Allen would love to meet him at the quarterback.
Yeah, I'm sure Minshew came with big plans coming back to Jacksonville, but this was one of the 4 turnovers, all involving him on the day. You can't win that way.
Yeah, Allen has 7 sacks on the season. 1 play later, Travis Etienne calls his own number.
We call this sudden change. When you turn the ball over to offense, they're looking to score, and they're looking to score right away. Etienne the last 2 weeks has been a problem. 2 touchdowns in the first half today.
Yep, to the 3rd quarter we go. Minshew intercepted again.
He might have still thought he was on Jacksonville, maybe. But this will not help, and he's angry right there, but tough game for Indianapolis going into Jacksonville.
Yeah, he was intercepted 3 times for the first time in his career, but how about the Jaguars' defense and what they were able to do in this matchup?
The Jaguars are a complete football team. Like Devin just said, they can run the ball. We know that quarterback's real, and their defense has got it at all 3 levels. They got a good front 4. They got 2 athletic middle linebackers, and I think one of the best secondaries in the NFL as well. So they're around the quarterback a lot, pressuring them. They can stop the run, and they got playmakers on the back end, and that's usually a recipe for success.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because it looks like we're about to have a battle. We watched Houston, a couple highlights before. They're playing good football. Jacksonville's playing good football. So the AFC South might be a battle between these 2 teams, and look for Jacksonville to continue to try to roll as they've shown the last few weeks.
Dave, it's a little bit like last year. They struggled early. They get a big win. They get some confidence. And I love what you said, Sims. They're a balanced team. Offense, defense, run it, throw it. They get after the quarterback. They cover on the back end. The Jags look good.
Yeah, they're taking care of business. They did it in London. They come back. They're able to do it here. But there was a little bit of a scare in this one. Trevor Lawrence and a little bit of pain late game. Let's check back in with Mike Florio.
Yeah, Maria, Trevor Lawrence told reporters after the game he's got a little bit of a bruise in the knee, and he's going to get it checked out tonight. And it's important because Thursday night, the Jaguars play at New Orleans. If for some reason Lawrence can't go, C.J. Beathard is the next man up.
All right, a short week for Lawrence and making sure he can make it back into the game by Thursday. We'll certainly see what happens, and Mike Florio will keep you updated. Oh, Eli's in the building.
What up, Eli? What up, 10?
Oh, did he jump?
Oh, I saw a little vertical there.
He's getting some love. He's getting some love from the Buffalo fans.
Talking about.
Oh, looks like the Eagles turned it over on downs, ladies and gentlemen. We were going to get you the update on the highlights when we come back on Football Night in America. Don't go anywhere.
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Come on, baby. Hey-oh, let's go, let's go. That's how you do it. Razzle-dazzle. It is perfect. Hey-oh, let's go.
Out of my mind with excitement.
Take that home with you.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's a touchdown.
Let's do the damn thing.
Under pressure. Hit by criminal. I got laser from Josh Allen. Are you not entertained?
This is Football Night in America.
Let's go, let's go.
Served by Applebee's.
All right, all of your games are officially final, and we no longer have an undefeated team in the NFL. The 49ers fell to the Browns, and the Eagles lose for the very first time to the Jets. We're going to have the highlights of both of those matchups coming up later, but first, it's over to Matthew Berry for the DraftKings Sportsbook 3-play.
Hey, thanks, Maria. Look, and you know I got to start my DraftKings 3-play with Chris Sims' boy, Blue, Josh Allen. I expect him to have a big game tonight. I took an alt line here, 200 passing yards. I like the over in that. He's had at least 215 passing yards in every game this year, last 4. Giants have given up at least 250 passing yards per game. When he has a big game, it's always Stephon Diggs that's part of that. So give me the over on 50 receiving yards, another alt line. Here's where it gets a little bit of a long shot, but I like Latavius Murray for an anytime touchdown to complete this. He leads the Bills in carries inside the 5-yard line. Giants should be in scoring position often. They've given up at least 1 running back touchdown this year in every game. So I think Murray gets that touchdown tonight. Give me Latavius Murray anytime touchdown to complete the DraftKings 3-play. Don't forget, on DraftKings Sportsbook this season, new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every day. Just download the app. Use the promo code SNF when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Maria.
Thank you, Matthew. You know, Josh Allen's first 4 years in Buffalo were spent with Brian Daboll as his offensive coordinator. And even though they're not together anymore, there's still a lot of love between the two.
Josh Allen's an unbelievable player, one of the best in the league.
He's meant so much to me in my football career and in my life. Excited to see him.
You know, I missed him as a person. You know, we're close.
In terms of football and how to handle being a quarterback in this league, you know, relying on the knowledge that he has and the guys that he's been around in his career. Spent a lot of time with him.
He's a heck of a player. He's exceptional at everything. He can run, and he can throw it wherever he needs to throw it. Scramble around, throw it out, throw it on time, 80 yards down the field, drop a dime. You can put him probably in any offense, and he's going to produce.
Josh Allen delivers a coin right through the slot.
My path of my career and getting better, he was probably the most influential one.
He's a special player. He makes you better as a play caller. He's one of a kind.
Cause I'm bringing the fire.
You know what? We love a little bromance here, you know? And they keep it cute right now, but listen, kickoff is coming, and Brian Daboll's going to have to find a way to slow down Josh Allen. What would you recommend if you were having to face against him?
Well, we all know. Daboll said it right there, right? He can do anything on the football field. He's got magical skills, and it's those plays he makes outside the pocket. When he extends them, that makes Buffalo and Allen so hard to defend. So this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to just say, hey, look, you can just run over here and attack the line of scrimmage and then either run or throw a great pass down the field. Then he has you at his mercy.
Yeah, but Giants, don't worry. We're going to show you what you should do. The smart rush plan. All 4 of these rushers for Jacksonville, they have vision on Josh Allen. So wherever he tries to run, they can throw the blocker the other way and get to him and not let him scramble.
And then an occasional tactical blitz here. All the things that Devin just talked about still go on here, but a little stunt. 2 guys on the edge to blitz, but they don't fly upfield. That's the key. They're able to break on Josh Allen once he breaks the pocket. And last week against the Jaguars did a great job. Hopefully the Giants can do it tonight.
Hey, I agree with all that stuff you guys are talking about. The thing you got to be concerned about, though, is you still have to rush them. Teams make mistakes against guys like this is they get a little bit afraid. We're 2-gapping. We're on the line of scrimmage.
Right.
You got to go after this guy. You got to be disciplined. You can't go behind him. The other tricky part about him is he goes out the back of the pocket a lot. Yeah. If you're coaching quarterbacks, it's always hit and get up in the pocket. He goes out the back of the pocket and makes a ton of plays. He's a real challenge.
Yeah, and as dangerous as he is, and we talk about don't let him escape, you want to keep him in the pocket. And he can still beat you from the pocket.
Right.
But if he starts being able to move around, maybe run, maybe find Gabe Davis or Diggs deep down the field, you have no chance. And trust me,
no chance.
I've been on the no chance side. You don't want to be there.
Right now, Allen leading the league in completion percentage. Since that Monday Night Football loss, he's thrown 10 touchdowns, and he's been able to rush for 3 as well. So he's kind of been a little bit flawless. And we'll see whether or not they can contain him in the match tonight. The Ravens taking on the Titans in London. This is how we started our Week 6. It was like 9:30 in the morning, but everybody was already up.
The King.
King Henry has made it to London, okay? To the second quarter we go. Lamar Jackson looking for Zay Flowers, his first touchdown of his career.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson said, I don't care about no King Henry. I'm going to scramble, find little Zay Flowers, get his first touchdown. I'm going to come celebrate with you, Zay. There we go.
Why'd you got to be little?
That's what it is.
Okay, the Titans are starting to come back here, though. In the third quarter, Ryan Tannehill intercepted by Geno Stone.
Maria, you said it. Derrick Henry has a big rushing touchdown. They get the ball back. Tannehill had Henry open in the flat, but he tries to make a throw down the field and gets intercepted.
Well, guys, we saw right there, he got on the cart, injured his right ankle early in the quarter, so he would take it to the locker room and does not return in this one. Malik Willis will show up, though.
Malik Willis had no shot. The Ravens rushing 5-4. It didn't matter. They were getting to him, and he couldn't get the ball off.
Yeah, so the Ravens win, now in first place in the AFC North. Seahawks taking on the Bengals. Joey B looking for a back-to-back win, and he's looking for a guy from where? Princeton.
Hey, this guy's name is Yo See This, Maria. Joe Savage. Look at Joe Burrow. Got a swagger back last week. He looked good early, but the story of this game was the Bengals defense.
Yeah.
They pressured Geno time and time again. They were outstanding in the red zone. They took the ball away. That was the difference.
Yeah, that's the second interception on the day for Geno Smith. Taylor Britt celebrating the interception and his 24th birthday. Then Smith is sacked on this play.
Hey, no place to throw it. Eventually, the little escape route's going to come open for Lockett, but look at all the people around Geno in the pocket. They were really good rushing him, really good covering him down in the red zone. Seattle was 1 for 5 in the red zone. Huge in the game.
4 sacks on the day for the Bengals. Last chance for the Seahawks now, Jason.
Hey, same result. Pass rush, cover on the back end. Tough day for Seattle. Big day for the Bengals. The defense showed up.
Yeah, they were 1 for 5 in the red zone today, and the Bengals get the victory 17-13. Sorry, Pete Carroll. Back to the drawing board. 49ers taking on the Browns. And look, a little heated. Yeah, before
the
the
49ers
game.
are always feisty. Cleveland said, we're not doing that.
Not today.
Not today.
Go to the third quarter. This is what you're not used to seeing. Purdy get intercepted.
Purdy was off his game today, and a lot of that was because of the Cleveland pass rush. They were around him, but I think the elements of the wet ball, a little rain, the ball definitely slipped out of his hands a few times.
Okay, and add to that the injuries that were suffered by the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his oblique and rib. Deebo Samuel, a shoulder. So a lot of injuries coming into play in this game as well. To the fourth quarter we go. P.J. Walker is in for Deshaun Watson.
Right, but this was like the only offense in the second half for the 49ers right here. Cleveland's D was so phenomenal. Big turnover there, getting the interception for the 49ers. They punch it in the touchdown with Mason, and you think, okay, the 49ers will settle down and start to control this game.
They were up by 4 there. Under 3 minutes left to play. Walker's pass to Elijah Moore is incomplete, but a PI is called.
PI, and it's hard to be a defender in the NFL right now. I don't think he hits Moore in the head here.
Terrible call.
I thought it was a great,
Just say it,
great play. Terrible call.
Okay, all right, later in the drive, Jerome Ford taking it 22 yards, though. The Browns going to take the 19-17 lead on a field goal. After that, and a little over a minute to go. Niners still down 2.
Niners still down 2. Here we got Brandon Ayuk in the flat. He makes a play, and you go, oh, man, here it comes. Purdy magic late in the game.
Yeah. But then it's the rookie, Jake Moody, wide right. And the entire stadium erupts because guess what? The Browns have pulled off the improbable and beat the 49ers, one of the undefeated teams in the NFL. Here's Brock Purdy after the matchup.
There's definitely some throws and opportunities that I feel like that were there for me, and I missed on them. Definitely gonna be real about it, and we all gotta look ourselves in the mirror and see the flaws and stuff and get better from it. But it starts with me.
All right, well, we saw Brock Purdy throwing his first interception of the season in this one. He also lost his first game as a regular season starter. What did you see from Brock Purdy?
It certainly came down to earth today. Simsy said it struggled with conditions. A lot of balls slipping out of his hands. He wasn't accurate as he needed to be throughout the game. He just didn't play like we've seen him play so much. Look at this right here.
Oh, yeah.
So he struggled with the conditions, the injuries around him. Trent Williams, McCaffrey, Debo, all those guys being out impacted it. But let's not be – this Cleveland defense was awfully good. They've been good all year long. They got after him pretty good.
Yeah, and, Purdy is human. A lot has been talked about him not being human or just unbelievable. He lost his starting running back, one of his best receivers, all in one game. That's not normal. That's not many quarterbacks that can come and produce at a high level. I think this will be good for Purdy. Come back down to earth a little bit, and let's see how he rebounds moving forward.
That's right. I mean, come on. We were comparing him to Tom Brady, some people earlier this week, all right? It's been really good. Let's not go to Tom Brady yet. Okay. Second thing is, what Cleveland did, and JG kind of said it a little bit, the Shanahan special plays, the trick plays, we didn't see any of that today. The little screens to Debo, he got hurt, the speed sweeps, the reverses. They really made it about, no, Brock Purdy in the drop-back pass game is going to have to beat us. And because of the elements in the pass rush, it was tough sledding for that 49er.
Watch the game from the side. The guys on the defensive line for Cleveland were getting that way, and we're owning the line of scrimmage, and that impacted everything that San Francisco was trying to do.
Yeah. This is what I love about defense in the NFL. We get all of these offenses that go out and produce. And, Jim Schwartz was sitting there. He's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they were excited. You could tell Cleveland was excited to come out here and get a chance to shut down the San Francisco offense. It was a lot of fun to see as a former defensive player.
Hey, look, we saw before the game even started, like we said, it was getting a little heated, a little bit of a fight before the game. San Francisco also had 12 penalties in that one. That's not going to help you. But right back to the drawing board, only one loss on the season for the 49ers. All right, Mike Florio, you had a chance to speak with the Browns linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. What did he have to say about the win?
Well, he gave all the credit to defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Devin hit the nail on the head. Studying film, spotting tendencies, and the defensive players just followed what Jim Schwartz told them to do. There was also that element of physicality. We've seen it from the 49ers. Well, the Browns are pretty physical too. And what Jeremiah told me is this: your physicality is not necessarily tested until it is met by somebody else who is physical. And we saw the aftermath of that. Debo Samuel's shoulder injury, I'm told x-rays negative, MRI coming. And Christian McCaffrey, the oblique, the rib, everyone is tight-lipped, so we'll have to monitor that as the week unfolds. They get an extra day. They don't play until next Monday night in Minnesota.
Floria, you got a lot of injuries to keep track of in Week 6. All right, huge win for the Jets over the Eagles. We are going to give our analysis and the highlights when we come back on Football Night in America.
Oh, the creamsicles.
Cindy, can you give me one of those? A Rondé Barber.
I can work it. Rondé, get him with Jersey.
Come on, Rondé.
Welcome to the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
Fans soaking this one in on a 46-degree rainy night in Buffalo. They've come out to see Josh Allen, who is facing the quarterback he replaced as the Bills starter. That would be Tyrod Taylor, in for the injured Daniel Jones, making his first start since 2021 with Houston. As we take you on the field, presented by Hyundai, and we take a look at Von Miller for the Buffalo Bills. He made his season debut last week, Coach.
Yeah, we got to see a little bit of Von last week, but we're going to see much more, and the Bills are really excited to have him, not only for those splash plays that he makes, but also for the leadership in that front seven that they're missing with Daquan Jones out.
And for me, I'm looking at A.J. Epinesa. They told me this guy can do everything on the football field. They said he's a freak athlete. The speed, the effort kind of reminds me of Max Crosby with everything that he can do. And you just watch him, Coach, that first step coming off that edge. He had a monster game last week, and I believe that he deserved the right to get more reps tonight.
We have an opportunity to be down here on the field during warm-ups. What was the biggest thing that stood out to you tonight so far?
Well, for me, I talked to both teams' defensive line coaches, and they're always talking about sacks and getting after the quarterback. No, they're talking about control, rush, and controlling the line of scrimmage, stopping the running game tonight.
I look at the Buffalo Bills, and they just have so much energy. They're out here flying around, high-fiving, playing with enthusiasm, completely different than what they did last week.
Well, they didn't have to fly across the pond. It's right here in their backyard, no jet lag.
Got rested up.
That's right, and these fans are certainly ready for this one. They came out so early this afternoon, Maria. It's a great atmosphere out here tonight.
All right, thanks, KT. Well, Tony Dungy knows something about these jerseys, the creamsicles. Check them out. The Bucks wore them from 76 to 96, and doesn't he look good in them?
That's a nice hat.
It's the hat for me. Okay, so Tampa Bay is wearing the creamsicle uniforms for the first time since 2012. I'm sorry, it's not a good omen. Second quarter we go, we're all tied up. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, a little shallow cross. Then his man Craig Reynolds, number 13 there, gives a great block to Springham. Touchdown, Lions up 10-3.
Take a look at the block again.
Right?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Great team effort here. And then Maria, Jared Goff to Jameson Williams, who missed last year because of a knee, this year because of suspension, and he can fly, and he's going to open up this Lions pass game.
That was a 45-yard touchdown. That was good. The Lions walk away with the 20-6 victory. They lead the NFC North right now, and Jared Goff, have a day, why don't you? 30 for 44, 353 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day against the Bucs. All right, let's check in on the greatest show on turf. The Dolphins hosting the Panthers. Bryce Young, the rookie, was still looking for his first win of the season and honestly came out very strong in this game.
Yeah, he looked sharp early. Really good in the pocket, really good on the move. He was finding Thielen early on. They went up 14-0.
Yes, great start, but the Dolphins we'll spot you a couple points because here comes Raheem Mostert with a touchdown.
I love the swing screen with the tight end leading it. Spit it out to Mostert. He knows what to do with it.
No Devon Achan, and it doesn't matter. He's on IR, but still Mostert having a career high. Next, the Dolphins, Tagovailoa looking for Jalen Waddle.
Story of this game was the red zone. Dolphins got down there 5 times. They scored 5 touchdowns, and then when they had a chance to score from out, throw it to that guy.
Tyreek Hill, he'll take it. 163 yards. Okay, it's time for a selfie. You want to do a flip with the phone in your hand, Jason.
Maria, I pride myself on being the king of the selfie. I am a cheap imitation. Tyreek, you're officially the king of the selfie, baby.
You literally could never, Jason. The Bama QB's hugging it out. Tagovailoa with some words for Bryce Young there. All right, the Eagles taking on the Jets. Jalen Hurts, they're 12-0 all-time against the Jets. To the fourth quarter we go. Hurts is looking, but it's picked off.
That Jets pass rush, we talked about it all day in the screening room. Could they rush Jalen Hurts and give that secondary that was banged up some time to actually cover these receivers?
Okay, 2 minutes left. Something you don't see. Hurts intercepted again.
Throws off the back foot. Adams makes an interception. Right there with that pressure coming in your face and you throw it off your back foot. That's not good. Really uncharacteristic of Hurts today with the 3 interceptions.
Okay, very next play, it's Breece Hall in for the 8-yard touchdown. Eagles allowing that one.
We were in the studio saying, don't score, go down. But Salah says, I don't care. My defense is too good to worry about that.
All right, after the 2-point conversion, last play for the Eagles. Hurts pass to Smith is incomplete. That's it.
Always tough, 4th and 8, and you're throwing up a 50-yard bomb. That's not good for your offense.
All right, how about that? The Jets get their very first victory against the Eagles in 13 tries. Very, very happy, Robert Saleh, after that game. But take a look at the last 7 drives. 0 points and 3 turnovers for the Eagles. I mean, can't win games like that. Let's talk about the way that the Eagles handled this ball game, the issues that they ran into, and a lot of that was just miscues, Jason.
Yeah, the Jets' defense was dominant in the second half, and people will point to the turnovers. The issue was the Jets stopped the Eagles from running the football. They ran for 80 yards. Jalen Hurts throws 45 times. We've been watching these Eagles the last couple of years. It's balance. It's play the game they want to play. They didn't do that today. When you don't play the way you want to play, you do this. Pass rush all over the place. They were missing throws. Jets' defense was knocking the ball out. They were tackling them hard, scooping and scoring, and simply intercepting Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and then you got drop passes. Just the Eagles, they didn't look like themselves today. And when you're playing against a good defensive football team that knows the game relies on them, they're going to play with that edge. And it was fun to watch this Jets team come out. You could see them. They talked about coming together, supporting Zach Wilson on one side, but on that other side saying, you know what? We know how we need to play as a defense, and we're going to go do it week in and week out. Just to give them a lot of confidence beating this Eagles team.
Hey, we spent a day with Robert Saleh and the Jets during training camp, and I sat in his office, and he said this, hey, it's a tough stretch, first 6 games, and we come out of this thing 3-3, and this is when Aaron Rodgers was his quarterback.
Sure.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers obviously not playing for them, and for the Jets after this stretch to be 3-3, a huge win today. They're in a great position.
Yeah, and Zach Wilson, 136 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions, so no miscues there. Yes, for the Jets. All right, Chris Sims, the Lions, though, only giving up a field goal against Tampa Bay. You want to talk some defense?
Yeah, let's talk some defense. The Lions, we know their offense is awesome, right? They run the ball. You stop the run, Jared Goff will beat you up with the pass game. Their defense, though, came in today as one of the top 10 defenses in football, number 6. And why is that? One, you can't run against the big people they got up front. They got size, they got speed at linebacker, and they're well coached. So they stop the run game. They can rush the passer and swarm the quarterback like you see right there. Aiden Hutchinson being their best pass rusher. But they're smart. Hands up in the passing lane. Physical over the middle. Tackle. It's a complete transformation from what we saw last year. The Lions are a legit Super Bowl contender, Maria. I can't believe I'm saying that.
All right, they limited the Bucs to just 250 total yards of offense. We saw them on Thursday night when they took on the Chiefs. Are we agreeing with Chris, Super Bowl contender?
The hype is real. Okay. They've been getting all the hype, and they're backing it up. It's fun to see. This team hasn't been good in a while, but it's cool.
Again, it goes back to balance. Last year was all about their offense. They struggled on defense. They played better last year on defense at the end of the year. They've come out. They're winning in all three phases. Impressive performance again by Dan Campbell's boys.
All right, it's time now for Barry's Bet presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Matthew, what do you have?
Thanks, Maria. Look, everyone loves the Bills, right? They're the sexy team. They're the big names. Everyone wants to bet on the Bills. Well, how about a Giant? How about Wan'Dale Robinson? You heard me. I want the over on 26.5 receiving yards. 6 targets each of the last 2 games. He's a favorite of Brian Daboll, who drafted him early last year. He plays the slot. That's important because the Bills allow the second highest catch rate to the slot. Give me the over on 26.5 receiving yards. When we come back, the best of Week 6 on Football Night in America.
Giants-Bills coming up, and take a look. Damar Hamlin, he's inactive today, but spending some time with fans, signing autographs and taking pictures, a scene that you absolutely love to see taking place at Highmark Stadium. All right, it's time to get to the best of Week 6. A lot of defense to talk about, guys. Chris?
Well, the Bengals defense was the star of the show in the showdown versus the Seahawks. Geno Smith and company were in the red zone 5 different times, only got 1 touchdown. The pass rush of the Bengals was great. The coverage downfield was great. Good job by D coordinator Lou Anarumo.
How about the Jags defense, Simsy? It all started up front. Gardner Minshew was harassed all day long. He threw 3 interceptions. The Jags defense got another one by fumble. They dominated up front. The back-end guys made them pay.
But the most impressive look of the day was this Jets defense. Playing against the Eagles, undefeated team. You've been 0-12 all time as a franchise. They come out and dominate, 4 turnovers, and most importantly, hold this Eagles to 14 points. That's what makes it happen.
Well, I'll see your Jets and raise you with the Browns defense, okay? The Browns basically pitched a shutout in the second half, Maria.
Yeah, but it all came down to this kick.
Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is no good! It's no good! And the Browns will beat the 49ers 19-17. He pushed it wide to the right.
49ers are stunned, but Andrew Siciliano on the call, and the Browns are elated. The victory goes to P.J. Walker subbing in for Deshaun Watson and the Browns against the 49ers. That is the best of Week 6. Let's talk a little bit more. We had to watch Brock Purdy take his first loss of his career in the regular season, but your takeaway from the overall game was what, Jason?
Probably the hardest environment that he's had to play in since he's been the starter. They're on the road. The conditions are bad. He's losing McCaffrey. He's losing Trent Williams. He's losing Debo. Had to do it more by himself. But let's not lose sight of the fact that he drove that team down the end, and the reason they lost the game is because they missed the field goal.
But Purdy, don't worry. Those guys will get healthy. They'll be back. Everybody's going to be talking. Ignore the noise, Purdy. You'll be okay.
Yeah, and it's fine. There's no undefeated teams left in the NFL. Let's move on. Let's move on. It's time for our home team picks, brought to you by Lowe's. We start with Catherine in America's pick.
All right, Maria. Well, we've got America's pick in, and it is 86% of the country is in on the Bills. These Bills fans know it. They feel it. Time for my pick. I guess I got to go with America's pick in this one. I like the return of Saquon Barkley for the Giants, but I think the Bills bounce back after that loss in London last week.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills too, but last week they did not run the ball well. They didn't stop the run. That's the Giants' opportunity if they get Saquon in the run game going tonight.
And that's just what I was about to say, Coach. They have to be able to run the ball, the Giants, but also Darren Waller, he needs to step up and play big. But I got to go with the Bills. Look at these fans, and it's only one Giant fan. Look at these fans.
All right, let's send it inside. Mike Florio, who are you picking?
How's it only
86%.
Where's the 14%
For the 14 to be right, the Giants have to weather the storm and keep it close into the second half. Then they have a chance.
Yeah, but are you taking them?
No.
Okay, there you go. Listen, entering week 6, the Bills led the NFL in sacks. Offensive line to the issues of the Giants. Give me the Bills, Chris Sims.
I know I'm Phil Sims' son, and I'm supposed to take the Giants, but I'm not crazy. I'm taking the Bills, all right? The Giants can't block anybody. The Bills can get after the quarterback.
You don't say. You're Phil Sims' son. I'm taking the Bills as well.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say. I'm going to say Josh Allen, Bills. That's easy.
Yeah, Buffalo, the Giants have played one good half all year long. Their only hope is if they can take the ball away and hand it to 26.
All right, it's a clean sweep from Football Night in America. Those were tonight's home team picks brought to you by Lowe's. We're all rolling with the Bills and Bills Mafia. Orchard Park is alive and ready to end week 6 of Sunday Night Football. Giants, Bills, coming up next. We'll see you at halftime.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.